Hi, everyone in the other Artful Connection group. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope that you are having a wonderful day and that you are going to have a wonderful week. But now for tonight, we are going to meet Debbie Cushing. So thank you very much, Debbie, for joining me tonight.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for inviting me.
And I'm going to start off with a very easy question for you.
Okay, I like easy.
Tell us where you're from.
Well, I'm living in Springfield, Missouri right now. I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, cool. Okay, so how long have you been living in Missouri?
Since '93.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah, 25 years, somewhere there.
Been a while. Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be just asking you some easy questions like this. So you don't need to be nervous. I'm not going to get personal.
Okay.
And anybody who is in the room tonight watching us in Facebook, please feel free to post your questions and I will get them answered for you if I can. If not, Debbie will go back later and she will go through the questions or the comments and she will, then she'll pay attention to them at that point and answer your questions. And also too, if you're later throughout the week, you'll go in and you'll go in.
Yeah.
Debbie will go in and she'll check them throughout the week. But always start your question with her name and tag her, and then she'll know that you had a question. Yes. So thank you all once again for joining us. Let us know where you're joining us from. And I will move on to the next question. The next question is, did you come from an artistic family?
Well, my aunts drew and my dad did. So I guess I got it from them.
Yeah, cool.
So it was in the family some.
What kind of things did they draw?
My aunts kind of drew whimsical type things, just a little bit. And my dad, he liked to draw portraits of people. He didn't do it real often or anything, but he still did it, once in a while. And picked it up, I guess, from him and her. I don't know. My mom and my sister say I got all the talent. They have nothing.
Oh, that's funny because I felt like that way in my family, that my 3 siblings could draw and I didn't have that talent. So I know how she must have felt. You took it all. So when did you start? How did you begin? Did you begin writing colored pencil, or was there another beginning?
You mean from the start?
Yeah, did you? You were drawing from when you started to walk. You knew how to draw, or?
I wish. No, I probably noticed it more when I was in the 3rd grade or thereabouts. I was drawing horses a lot, and it just seemed like that's all I ever drew. It was just pencil stuff. I didn't get into painting until in my teens. And then I did ceramics, so I was using the ceramic paint, that Duncan stuff, and was painting stuff for some people. And looking at that stuff now looks like crap. It looked terrible when I went and seen them later on. My aunts, I did dogs for them. And I looked at those things and I thought, oh my God. I thought they were cool back then.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I've done the same thing. I've seen some things I wish I hadn't seen or hadn't painted, and they're still on people's walls. I'm like, can we take that down and burn it? So you started painting when you were in your teens and you did ceramics. And when did you cross over? I'm assuming you crossed over to acrylics before you found colored pencil, or how does your journey go?
Yeah, I did. I discovered all that about 2004 when I had painted rocks, and I was at a Japanese fall festival, and one of the ladies came in and said she belonged to a painting group here in Springfield and asked if I wanted to join. I knew nothing about STB or decorative painting or any of that stuff. And so I thought, okay, I'll do that. And I went in and sat on one class, and Trudy Beard was teaching the group. And I ended up joining the group, and that's when I discovered about all this stuff. And of course, at first, when we did something, I thought it really weird tracing patterns because I was so used to just drawing things out, you know, and then doing patterns. I thought I kind of felt guilty there for a little bit, but shoot, that's all past me now. But that's where I started learning a lot of stuff. And it wasn't until probably 4 or 5 years ago I started doing more color pencil, and I'm really getting into it more and more. Oop, I lost you.
So you only been actually doing color pencil for 4 or 5 years?
Basically.
And that's now, is that your full-time medium to go to?
Yeah, just about. I mean, I still do some painting, but I really like the colored pencils better. They're easier to carry around than hauling water in different colors of bottles of paint. And I do most of my designs and stuff when I'm at Jolene, or we have a Wednesday night gals that get together, and that's where I usually just start doing something new for a pattern packet.
Oh, cool.
I do got to look at reference photos though. Sometimes I can't think of a lot of stuff out of my head. I kind of need ideas, you know, see something to give me an idea.
And that's understandable, you know, that totally is understandable. So if you can recall, which artist or artists influenced you? Like you must have had, did you have a one artist that influenced you to get into decorative painting, and then another artist that influenced you to cross over to colored pencil?
Yeah, I loved animals mainly. And Lydia Steves was my first one. I bought a lot of her patterns and a lot of her books. I still got a lot of them. I've taken a lot of classes with her, and she's one that got me kind of into the colored pencils. So I'd say Lydia Steves pretty much got me to where I am today.
Well, thank you, Lydia Steves.
Yes, really.
Because we are very excited that where you are today, Debbie, because that is, I mean, what you're going to be doing that we're going to talk about in a little bit is just, I think it's just awesome. I want to just once again say hello to everybody in the room. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please let us know if you have any questions for Debbie. And we'll get them answered. I have a helper in the room, Linda Cap, who will, you know, make sure that I see your questions. So please help us out, or help me out, and come up with some questions for Debbie to answer tonight. So thank you so much again. Debbie,
yes.
Did you, so Lydia was your influence, you were greatly influenced by her and her ability to do art. Did you also have a mentor, somebody that kind of took you under their wing to guide you in this industry, to, you know, help
Not
you?
really. I mean, just what I've learned from taking classes from different people, and but no one in particular, you know, that was by my side saying anything.
Okay, cool.
I mean, all my friends are helpful and, you know, trying to give me ideas, and
you've done well. You've done well. When did you start? When did you go from being a student to start teaching classes?
Oh, well, I taught my first class at one of our painting groups. And it was a rock, because that's what I had been doing a lot of. And I tell you what, I was nervous. I ended up working myself into such a nervous headache that by the time I got done teaching the following week, I was so tense. I had to go to the doctor and get a shot because I was just so wound up and tight. But since then, it's gotten better and better, and I'm getting used to the teaching now.
Oh, cool. I can't imagine, but yeah, I can see how that could happen though. Um,
Yeah.
Kathy Heller is asking, why do you prefer oil-based pencils over the wax-based?
Um, Basically, I don't like the wax buildup because I like heavy pressure, I guess. I really like to fill things in. Whereas, as you can see in some of my stuff, that it's just really filled in, and I like a lot of heavy pressure to bring out the color. And plus, I always had the tips breaking on me on the waxed, or the waxed ones. But I started off with those first, but then I discovered these and the polychromos oils based ones, and I just love them.
Oh, that's, yeah. Once you find something you love, that's, that's a given, right?
I mean, I've tried everything. I mean, I got a set of the Crimson colors. I've got sets of the Faber-Castells. I've just got all kinds of different sets. I got pastel pencils and just everything, trying things, but this is my go-to thing.
That's your go-to thing. Cool. When did you go from teaching to designing? Like, when did you start deciding you're going to design your own projects?
Oh, probably when I started painting people's pets.
Oh,
I did a lot of those before I got into the penciling and stuff, painting people's pet portraits and stuff for them.
oh, sweet, sweet. That is a whole nother art form in itself, I think, to
Yeah.
get that done to, people's liking. That's amazing. What is your, so is animals, is that your favorite subject matter? What's your favorite subject matter?
Animals mainly, yes. But I do like to do individual flowers and stuff. I've gotten to where I'm doing more and more of those.
Ah, and those are pretty too. And
Okay.
if anyone wants to see her work, definitely go over to debbiecushing.com and check it out, because she's got some amazing pieces over there and pattern packets.
Plus, I
How do
do
you,
have a Debbie's Painted Art Facebook page too.
oh, there you go. So Debbie's Painted Art.
So it has all the art stuff on it.
Oh, cool. We've got to go check that out, everyone. And like her page too, don't forget.
Yes. And it'll have stuff on there that's not got pattern packets and stuff on it. It's just things I've painted throughout. It's even got some older stuff on there that I painted back in the 80s, just to show the difference of some of the stuff I did back then.
Oh, cool. So, so you mentioned about how you come up with your own designs, that you use reference photos. So like if you took a picture of a bird or a flower or whatever, that's how you do it. Me too. That's nice. It makes it easier, I feel.
Yeah.
What is your favorite medium? You already answered that. That would be the
Pencils.
is it Faber-Castell?
Yeah.
Polychromos. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Is there a particular favorite technique? Like, is there a particular way that you like? You know how some people like their pencils pointy and some like them dull, and some use a linear stroke and some use a circular stroke or whatever. Is there a particular technique that you feel is your favorite that you would incorporate in most of your patterns?
I think it depends on the design. A lot of times it's the circular motion, but there are some things that I will do the linear or whatever you call it.
Linear, yeah, back and forth.
Yeah, it just trying to make sure it's tight knit so there's not a lot of space or anything in between. And as far as, I like to start off with a very pointed pencil, but as I'm filling in sometimes, then I don't mind it being a little duller. Okay. But if I'm wanting to do a detail, then I want to make sure that pencil is sharp.
So I know that the projects you're doing for the group on Thursday night and the one that you're doing for Artful Webinars is done on Suedeboard. So right. Would you say that that's like your favorite surface to work on? Yes, and so tell us why you prefer working on Suedeboard.
I just like the texture of it, and it just seems like the pencils go on a lot better. than paper.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I can't get it quite the same effect that I do on suede as I do on paper.
Does it like blend? Is it the
To me,
blend?
it seems
The
like
colors blend?
and it just may be my imagination but I just like the way it works. I really do. And there again, Lydia's the first one that had taught something on Suedeboard. I think it was a tiger face that I took in one of her classes. I think it was Hoot.
So you had like an aha moment.
Uh-huh.
It's like, this is it. I found it. I love that. So there was a question here from Stormy asking, do you cut your own suede board?
No,
So
I ordered it.
You order it. Okay. And Brenda Stewart, hello, Brenda. Do you work in other types of colored pencils, or you just basically stay with your, I mean, you had 3 brands, right?
Yeah, but I mainly stay with the polychromos. The only time I might use the others is if I'm doing somebody else's class that they're using that. And then there's times I'll just use these anyway.
So Sandra Susi would like to know, are you now doing the pet portraits in pencil instead of acrylics?
No, I haven't, but I may have to. That said, I had a guy that used to cut all my masonite boards, but he's passed away. So now I don't have anybody that would cut those until I find somebody. But I haven't tried any. I have done animals on the suede board, but I haven't tried anybody's pets on it yet.
Oh, okay. Because there's another question from Nancy Richards. She's asking, which pets do you enjoy painting most or prefer doing with colored pencil?
Oh, any of them really. Birds, rabbits, tigers, leopards, swans. I've done quite a few different animals. Your penguin?
And it was beautiful, by the way. It came out gorgeous. So Sandy Bailey is asking, what's a good source for the Faber-Castell pencils? Castile, how do you pronounce that?
Castile, I think. Faber-Castell, polychromos.
Yes, polychromos pencils.
I usually watch Amazon and will get that's where I bought my first full set. I wait for it to get on sale and then I'll buy one. Individual pencils, the only place I found was Dick Blick's Art Supplies, and they'll sell the pencils individually. Sometimes you kind of watch to see sale prices on those too, because I've gotten them at different prices.
Mm-hmm.
But you can buy them individually there. And sometimes if I'm going to supply a few for the class, or like the upcoming classes I'll be teaching at Oklahoma, I'll buy about 5 or 6 sets for sale for people, and I'll buy them off of there. But I really, just sell them for what I'm getting them for, because there's no way to really.
You're not getting a discount for being a teacher, like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Nancy's now asking, have you done your work with watercolor pencils at all? Anywhere?
Yeah, I have tried that too. But there again, I've just done a few things that way, but not a lot.
So what is your best tip that someone like Lydia would have given you? What has, other than finding the aha moment with the suede board and the polychromos pencils, what would be a tip that someone gave you that you were like, that's the best tip I had ever gotten?
Doing acrylics, the fur that Lydia taught with the Princeton grainer. That was one of the best tips I ever got on how to do fur.
Aha.
Aha.
She has some really good tips too.
Yeah. Yes.
Is there a medium or a subject or a technique that you haven't tried yet that you would like to try?
let's see, I've tried oils, I've tried colored pencils, watercolor. I know there's some animals I'd probably like to try, but just hadn't had time to try them out. And that's, like an elephant. But really, there's not much I haven't tried.
That's what happens when you're in the industry, as long as you have been. We've tried them all. Yes, I get it. What
I did that
is
scratch art stuff before.
Isn't that amazing stuff?
Yeah, I did that way back in the early, when I was in my 20s. I did a whole bunch of that stuff for my uncle.
That I'm not familiar with what it is, but I love to see the people, one person posting their scratch art in the group. It is just phenomenal. I love the cat with the fishbowl. I mean, oh my God, that's so beautiful. So I'd love to watch that person do it. Corky's saying she loves your colored pencil patterns.
Thank you.
And Jackie, earlier in the conversation, she talked about why she likes Suede Boards. So you can fast forward through the replay. Debbie, have you tried alcohol inks?
Yes, one of our painting groups. I've been joined with 3 of them, painting groups around here. And one of the groups did teach us some alcohol painting stuff. But I didn't go and buy any of the stuff myself, but I have tried it.
There you go. So that leads us to, what do you have? I'm hoping that you're ready to do show and tell. What, if you'd like to talk about the project that you're doing for Artful Webinars?
The parrots, do you want me to switch my camera to that? So
you can, yes.
Okay, that way they can see something better than me. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, these are the parrots. I think they're called conures, C-O-N-U-R-E. I believe they're an African bird. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. And I just love the bright colors and the way the pencils go on. And as far as the log goes, it's fairly simple. I really just didn't add a lot of time. Some of the background is colors is what the suede board is, and I just added a little bit of different browns to kind of make it look like a log a little bit. But the main focus is the birds.
And they'll be able to do this in the 4.5 hours that of the class.
They should be able to, as long as we can move along.
So that's amazing. So if you haven't signed up for it yet, registration opened up June 1st. And so you can go to Artful Webinars, that's plural.com, and sign up for her class. And seats are limited. So don't hesitate if you really think that you would love to take this class. It's on July 18th. Okay, July 18th.
And don't forget, Thursday, we're doing this.
We're gonna, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, okay.
Carolyn's asking, what skill level is this geared to?
I would say intermediate.
Okie dokie. So anyone can everyone hear us, or are we frozen? I'm not sure. I'm getting, I'm seeing us, so I'm assuming that we're good. Okay, Vera says she loves the bunny. So yes, that's our next question is, what else will you be teaching? And so Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is 4 p.m. Pacific, and figure out the in-betweens. This little dude here is the bunny. Tell us about this, Debbie.
Well, you and I were talking about ideas, and you had mentioned something about a creature of some sort.
A critter, yeah, a critter.
A critter of some sort. You didn't really say what. You just said a critter of some sort, and maybe hiding under something. And of course, I had thought mushroom or something like that. But then I thought, well, this little sunflower and this little baby bunny would probably be cute. And then of course the water drops added into it.
Yep. And you took whatever few words I said to you and you turned it into this beautiful project, which to me is like exactly what I had in my mind. Not knowing what kind of critter or what kind of flower or anything.
And I was thinking, my first thoughts was a mouse. And I looked through all kinds of mouse pictures and different things. And then of course, different flowers and trying to think. And then I come across a reference photo of a little baby bunny. And I thought, oh, I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was. I mean, in my mind, but this is perfect. This is so wonderful.
Thank you.
So the questions are pouring in here.
Okay, you want me back on face?
Yeah, at least, yeah, it was just Linda's computer had froze for her. I think everybody else was fine. Corky said she just bought the pattern. So, Brenda says the parrots are beautiful. Is the suede board modeled or did you add something in the background?
Nope, it's modeled. It's just the way it looks. It's the way it's brushed. Probably just from the angle of the pictures with the grain of it or the fabric of it going one way or the other. And
Jackie's asking, will you sell a kit? I'm assuming for the bunny, but I'm not sure.
Bunny? Well, getting pencils, there again, I don't really make anything off of those. So I'm not sure what you mean by kit, Jackie, and I'm assuming you mean for the bunny. But so she does sell Suedeboard on her website, so you can look to the Suedeboard. Right, and you can buy the pattern. Now, what size is the bunny? What size is a Suedeboard? Okay, this one is a 5x7. The bunny is a 5x7. Okay. And the birds are an 8x10. 8x10. So if anyone wants to do the bunny with Debbie on Thursday night, you can get the pattern packet from Debbie Cushing, debbiecushing.com. Right. And it'd probably be best to get an e-packet because I do have one here that somebody wanted to print in pattern, and I've got it ready to go in the mail tomorrow by priority mail, and I hope it gets to her in time. Yeah, but the e-packet would be the better way to go at this point. At this point, right. Now, Debbie, when you do the video on the Facebook page, will you allow us to leave it up there till the end of the month so that people who maybe get their pattern packet late can still view it? Yeah. Okay. Let me go back to that pattern here real quick, or that picture. Whoops, where'd I go? The camera's off. Yeah, there you go. Okay. When I wrote up the pattern, I did it as I went, and I started on the flower down here and worked my way that way. In the video, when I did it afterwards, I started with the flowers up here and worked down. So you might keep that in mind when you're watching the video. I kind of went this way instead of the other way. So Jackie's saying that she was asking about kits for both. And by kits, I'm assuming she means like the pattern with the suede board. She says she already has pencils. Oh, okay. I suppose I could probably throw in a kit. You know, you could, if you wanted to buy the pattern packet, you'd throw in, or you could bundle it with the suede board. Yeah, if they're buying the printed packet. Yeah. Yeah, I could probably go online and add a packet price. Yeah. Have a little bit of a discount for buying them both at the same time or something, or buying the packet. So Thursday night's class is actually a pre-recorded video that will be live, like a watch party, and Debbie will be present to answer your questions while we're watching it together Thursday night here in the group. Just like you found this in the main page, you'll find her video playing in the main page.
It'll start at 7. I give people about 5 minutes heads up before I actually start the video.
And there is,
The
I don't finish the whole video. I kind of do all of the stem and most of these flowers here. But since we were limited on time, I figured I'd show you how to do most of the petals. And then we moved on to the bunny. And then I did a few raindrops, and the rest I figured they could do on their own. Because I was trying to keep that video to an hour.
Yeah, we don't want to keep everybody too long.
Yeah.
Doing this, but
and I figured, they see how this is done, they can continue the rest on their own.
Yeah, because it's redundant.
How to do it. But we did complete the bunny and the stem in the video. So
yeah, so it's all redundant. But if you buy the pattern packet, you'll have the
instructions, right?
Yeah, you'll have.
Bunny can put that.
So
if you heard all that noise going on, my bunny's chewing on something here in the office.
Oh, is it a friendly bunny or not friendly bunny?
He doesn't like to be picked up, but he lets you pet him and everything.
Yeah, I heard they're not really, they don't like to be held.
Not really. At least he doesn't.
No, my daughter's got a little bunny too. I call him Cadbury because he looks like a Cadbury bunny. But but he doesn't really like to be picked up. Okay, so we already answered, because I said my next question was, how can people find you? I already typed in your website in there, but also go to her Facebook page. What is it again, Debbie?
Debbie's Painted Art is the one that will have all my art stuff on it.
And do you have a business page other than that?
No, just that.
Okay.
I mean, I have my regular page, my wall or whatever, but then I also
personal profile page.
Yeah.
I know.
It has all kinds of stuff on it. So
yeah.
But if you want, just the other one just has nothing to do but paintings.
Cool. So if you want to see that, you can go to that. And then if you want the patterns, did you put out any books, or are they all just right now they're all patterns?
They're all patterns.
Yeah, and they're all on debbiecushing.com.
Now there is an ebook that has on there that has I think it's 3 or 4 things on it, but it's got Lana Lamb and Donna Hodson and me, and it's an ebook with a whole bunch of stuff, and I think there's one of each that has a video that went with it.
Oh, cool. So go check that out. And Lana Lamb's another beautiful, and Donna Hodson, they're both beautiful painters. So you can't go wrong.
And I sell all their patterns on my website too.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that trio. That's awesome trio. Stormy's saying the raindrops look hard.
Oh, they're easy.
I watched her video, a little sneak preview of it. They're easy. I can't believe how easy they are. And I'm like, I could even do that. So you'll have to watch Thursday night and just see just how easy she makes them. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So anyone else have any questions? Did I miss any? I put the website in there, and Thursday night's class is going to be, like I said, a video on this Facebook group. So you can go find that. Carol is excited about the bunny. Christy says, hello. Hi, Christy. Hi. So thank you everyone again for being here. Yes, please, if you have any questions, Debbie's here to answer them. If there's anything that you want to learn more about, what would you like to say, Debbie?
I was going to say, I do have some YouTube videos.
Oh, very good. That's very important to know. So people can go to the YouTube and check it out. So is it under just your name?
Yeah.
Very good. So go check that out too. And while you're there, don't forget to like her video, subscribe to her video channel, comment, say something nice, please. click on the little bell for notifications and share it out to people, because every little thing you do will help with the algorithms to boost her rating on YouTube. So that would be, she would very much appreciate that.
Yes.
Let's see. So are the parrots done in oil-based pencils, and are conversions given?
Yes, there are conversion given for Prism color and the Lycra Rembrandt polycolors.
Awesome. Now,
So just the three there. I mean, you know,
the three main brands. Now, someone had asked earlier, do you teach at conventions? And I know you mentioned one convention. So what conventions, if we weren't in COVID-19, which conventions would you be teaching?
well, as far as I know, they're still going, but yes, I am teaching in Oklahoma, and I'll show you here real quick if I can find it. I got a lot of pattern packs here. I need to write instructions up on. I'm going to be teaching this butterfly with the flowers, and it's colored pencil.
You make the leaves look almost transparent, transparent.
And then I'll be teaching this macaw, blue macaw.
Wow.
There too.
And didn't you tell me they were already sold out, or one of them sold out?
Yeah, this one. The last I heard, which was back in March, I think, there was 38 students already. And I have 21 for the other one, which I could take some more on that one.
Cool. So, so that's in Oklahoma. Is that the only one, or do you submit to other one and teach in other ones? Like the only other ones that there are is Net up in Massachusetts, up here in Massachusetts. Then Creative Painting in Las Vegas. And one, oh, where was there another one? Was it World of Color, but there no more?
No, Oklahoma's about the only one. I did do one last year in May with the Society of Decorative Painters. I did teach 2 classes there. Okay. And now they're not doing conventions anymore, so.
Right, they're doing little mini retreats. So, yeah. And you have not ever traveled up to New England?
No.
You have a place to stay when you come.
I've been invited to submit, but I just, at the time, I didn't have a vehicle that would go, and I don't fly. So it's one of those things. And plus with me still working part-time.
Oh, so this is not your day job?
No.
Oh.
I work, I've worked for this company for over 30 years with Berry Tractor. It's construction equipment. And I've worked there for over 30 years, and now I'm just working part-time for them. So I'm just kind of a temp. I just work 4 hours every other day.
Oh, wow. So then you do this part-time in a way. Wow. Okay. I mean, that keeps you busy. Nancy is asking, which color of suede board is easiest to work on? And do you have a color preference for beginners?
I'd say the light gray or the beige, unless you're doing something dark like I showed you on the macaw. Then I used a navy on it because it just kind of blended in with the bird.
And what do you prefer for transferring the patterns to the suede board?
What I do is I take the pattern and I just lay it on the surface, and then I take a stylus and go around the pattern. And if you just lift it up, you'll see a little indentation of it. It shows up better on the light color than it does the darker colors, but you can see it. And then I'll go over it with a colored pencil just to kind of lightly outline it, but I don't really use anything else. No white graphite or anything.
Okay, cool.
As long as you don't press real hard, because if you do, then you're going to have an indentation, and when you color pencil over it, then you're going to have a groove there. So you want to just do it as light as you can, just enough to see it.
So I think the name is Lionel. She's like, everyone forgets us Canadians. We have pin it. We're not forgetting you, and we love Canada. And I get the catalog from, I think it was Art Rave or Art Wave up there. So I would get that catalog every year. I get it every year because I submitted once and was gonna go, and it just didn't happen. The borders have clamped down a lot. Between Canada and the US, the borders have definitely clamped down hard on us. So it's hard to bring the teachers, have the teachers go across the border. Could we see Debbie's other project? What project? Which one? You can show them both. Why not? For OK with just her and the screen instead of a split screen. Oh, because she doesn't want to squint to see it.
Oh, the ones that I showed for Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me switch cameras here. Let me move some stuff out of the way. Got all kinds of things laying here.
Stormy, are you planning on going to Oklahoma while you want to see her projects? You could probably go to the, what's it called? OK Palooza website?
Yeah, OKC, Oklahoma City Painting Palooza.
.com or .org?
I think it's .com. Let me check real quick. Yeah, .com. OKC Painting Palooza.com.
There you go. I'll type that in here.
Oops. Knocked my camera here. Okay, now here's the butterfly.
Nice.
Here's, oops.
Yeah, she says she's not sure if she's going yet.
Is that better?
Yep, there you go. So I think we've gotten everyone's questions, unless there's more. I think that, yeah, I think we got them all. So thank you very much, everyone who came tonight. And Stormy says he is gorgeous, and the butterfly is beautiful. So
Thank you.
so I think I spoiled these people, is what it is. Right, Stormy? Do you feel spoiled? You know I love you. So I'm going to say, if there's no other questions or requests, we will call it a night. You can watch the replay for this interview. It'll stay on this page, on this group, for ever to come. And if you want to sign up for her bird, or the what is it, the blue one?
Oh, the macaw?
The macaw or the butterfly in Oklahoma, you can, I put the OKC Painting Palooza.com
And if it says it's full, you can be on a waiting list, and they'll may add it.
So Vera says they're beautiful, and Mary is saying, does the start of the session describe use of Suede board? Of this session, or? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So the use of Suede board, like are you asking why does she use Suede board? Because we did talk about that. So yes, Mary, we talked about that earlier on. So you can watch that, and then don't forget to set your alarms for Thursday night, 7 Eastern. If you go west, you subtract an hour for every time zone you're in. 7 Eastern, subtract 1 Central, that means 6. Another subtraction of 1 for Mountain means 5 p.m. And another subtraction for California, East Coast, West Coast means it's 4 p.m. So yes, you subtract 1 hour for every time zone that you go west. 7, 6, 5, 4. And you can come in. I will start the video at 7 p.m. Eastern, my time. And there will be like a 5-minute time to catch us, to join in. And the video will start at 7:05. So you can watch the bunny, watch Debbie paint, coloring, penciling. I don't like coloring. Coloring seems like kindergarten. You're penciling the bunny and the sunflower and those little raindrops that are really easy and cute to do. And you're going to want to put them on almost everything because they are so much fun. And you'll get to see her do that on Thursday night. So don't forget, set your clocks and calendars. So yes, thank you all very much for joining us tonight. And I hope that we see you or hear you on Thursday night when Debbie will be there with us, all watching together, and you can ask her more questions of her there. Okay. And any last words, Debbie, that you'd like to share? Any tips or tricks you want to, words of wisdom you want to share with your people?
Not that I can think of. I think most of it was said. I appreciate everybody that's going to take it, and I hope more of you join. And see you on Thursday.
That's right. So the Artful Webinar is the two. Show that one more time. Do the Artful Webinar piece.
I will show it.
Yeah, one more time. We're going to do the Artful Webinar piece, and we're going to okay. Let everyone see it for the last time before we leave.
Okay.
That is her piece for the Artful Webinar, which is going to be held on July 18th. It is 12 noon to 5 p.m. Eastern time, which is 9 to 2 on the Pacific Coast. And you can sign up for it. Registration is open at artfulwebinars.com. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Debbie, so much for joining me tonight. It was great getting to know you and hearing about your artful journey. And
thank you.
And don't stop penciling.
Oh, I will.
Take care. And bye, everyone. Have a great night. Stay safe.
Bye, everyone.